Spectrum admitted my phone was connected to them for 2 years, hidden under my brother's name, under a 100 megabit app. The reference is MARK period SHALLIT period 902 at Instagram.com. Not only Spectrum lying about it, but with me having all the people I called from Spectrum denying they had any relevance to having my number connected. On 100 calls, me having the names, states, times, dates, ID numbers, and departments of each individual, and them lying about it, but for only to admit months later that they had it for 2 years, from March 2016 till 2017 mid, taken off, put back on June 2nd, 2017, and until today. But with Spectrum the whole time. And even Spectrum selling it to across the street. They were using it for a gym, their gym at the building. They use it, my cell phone number, as their gym phone number. And it's on the internet where you could see it. And on my website that I just gave you, MARK period SHALLIT period 902 at Instagram.com. You can listen to the video where the Spectrum worker not only states his ID, name, and everything else, and states it was connected with them for 2 years. Now I want to state that millions of people who continue to use my account and commit crimes to me of hate while I'm disabled and hack my 911 calls, but Spectrum deleting all my 911 calls and all my healthcare calls off the Metro PCS phone bill call records. So I want to report that as fraud. And what was your name and ID number, ma'am?
My name is Abby, and my ID number is 30750.
Okay, and you're a Metro PCS worker?
Yes, it's a Metro by T-Mobile.
Okay, now I want to go ahead. I'm going to state a federal offense, a big federal offense, and a crime of terrorism that occurred off my phone that Spectrum committed. And I do want you to escalate this to the supervisor, and then I'm sure the supervisor will automatically, immediately, turn it over to your guys' chief of police of Philippines. Now, what city are you guys in, Manila?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and state on the same Instagram posts about a couple months ago where Homeland Security had frequency problems, and you guys being the same Filipino T-Mobile, I believe I called on my 818-397-9713 number, where you guys gave me a trouble ticket of, I believe, 146107, and it being for Washington, D.C.'s FCC admitting to crediting my bill for 8 months, which you guys credited, and you said that they paid the bill on a 29-minute, 35-second recording on an FCC device. Now, I want to state, since FCC planted an unlicensed device in my home, failed to report it as required by law, city code violation, instead participated in a terrorist act against the United States White House. I want to state that as Homeland Security contacted me to my Metro PCS phone, 714-770-4106, who is bootloaded through Linux Mozilla server, to Spectrum, who committed identity theft by having LAPD illegally connected to my modem with no warrant, but hacking onto my Wi-Fi and sharing my information, only for Spectrum to bootload my phone, not only the Metro PCS 714-770-4106 number, but my Cricket phone as well, illegally committing identity theft on both, but on Spectrum.net, I believe it's called markspectrum.net, where they show a hate crime torture of me in my room, as Spectrum airs it and profits off of it. But when Homeland Security contacted me through MARK period SHALLIT period 902 at Instagram.com, where you can view it on the post, as I have 18,800 of them, Homeland Security stated he had frequency problems, and that's because the FCC participated in an act of terrorism. What happened was, not only as we were talking, I was giving him some details as he was taking a terrorist report. Spectrum pulls up, and it's all photographed photos there of the post of our discussion, and Spectrum pulling up to the front of my house and cutting off our conversation, which was a terrorist act against United States White House with 4 million people, 400 million people planning to blow up the White House within this country. But LAPD breached as LAPD impersonated a Secret Service agent on 9/16/2017 in Pacoima AB 109 probation office, where you could see it on the post-release probation report on that same website by a LAPD officer named Kelvin Williams that impersonated him. Not only it's on the court documents I stated to you, but they stole evidence and violated HIPAA as well. Now, how do you spell your name?
It's ABBY. It's easy to...
Slowly.
It's ABBY.
Okay, and then the ID number?
It's 307503.
Okay, and time and date in Philippines? Manila?
Yes.
What time is it?
I'm sorry?
What time and date is it in Philippines?
It's 5:26 a.m.
And what date?
Oh, okay. It's... Sorry, my bad. It's 6:26 a.m. here. And the date here is January 31, 2019.
Okay. Now I want to go ahead and state, my name is Mark Shallett. I declare this a true statement, that I'm a victim of a 4-year facilitated torture crime by LAPD and Spectrum and 400 million terrorist suspects who plan to hurt the president and the White House. As they impersonated a Secret Service agent, I gave you the website where there's 18,800 posts, enough to convict with all the evidence there, the suspects, but who the very Department of Justice has been looking for the CIA hackings, Homeland Security hackings, FBI hackings, and much more, and who the Department of Justice has been looking for the last 3 years. I want to state, about 3 to 4 weeks ago, as I called the Pentagon phone line from my 714 number, not only did 3 Spectrum vans come, but with 3 LAPD black and white SUVs. Not only to erase the phone call, but take it off the top of the power line, data boxes. I want to state DWP has been hiding the crimes through the water system. As you'll see, all the evidence is in perfect order, all professional, and on that website I stated. I am stating that I, Mark Shallett, want you to escalate this issue to your supervisor. Then I want him to contact Homeland Security on an immediate terrorist threat by these homegrown terrorists. And I want to state that I, Mark Shallett, want to press full criminal charges on all suspects involved, including crimes to disabled person by police officer beating, internal affairs case 16-003238, and not by the false mental health history that LAPD paid illegally to my family to commit medical fraud, but let them out of jail and to hide my account under their name and stuff like that. So I'm done today with you guys. I want to state that I want my account credited for 2 days since it was stolen for 3 years. I should at least get that, but as you promised, the last 2 phone calls ago, that were not the last date, but the date before, that not only you transferred me to the FTC, but you stated you were going to credit me for a month. You didn't, and I don't have my phone to use as a disabled person, but as it's been stolen for 3 years, I gave you where the proof is at and where Spectrum admits to having it for 2 years. On video. And the video is a purple surrounding video, and with the phone showing a home phone, but with green, it lit up green where the digital numbers and dial is, and it's dial to Spectrum. How's that sound?
Okay, regarding about that.
Well, listen, I stated what I want you to do. Listen, ma'am. I want to know if I can get the credit. If not, give me at least a 2-day extension, and then you can talk to your supervisor about it. I have you on recording. That's all I need. I'm going to turn it in, and that's it. I don't need to go any further with this. You know? And I'm allowed to record due to a terrorist act and something unusual going on. I'm allowed to, by law, if something is really unusual going on, you're allowed to record. So I did, and you got the recording too. So it's perfect.
I apologize for that about what happened, Mark.
That's okay, so
So
just be
regarding
fair.
about that, I see here, yes, there's a lot of notes dated here on your account regarding about the credit issue that you requested to us. So, like, honestly, this is not related about the service. So, what I'm going to do here, so since this line is suspended, let me try to check it if you are eligible for the temporary restoration, okay, for 2 days to restore your service.
Okay.
If Mark, if ever you are eligible for the temporary restoration, there's no data available for the temporary restoration. It's only the call and text.
Okay, but don't you think that I deserve what was stated to me with the month? I mean, like you guys said, I mean, if somebody stole my phone for 3 years, you guys never reported fraud, but you let billions of people commit crimes using my name. But identity theft, fraud, terrorism crimes, billions of dollars in crimes to FBI websites, copywriting every single website on the phone. Don't you think you should contact somebody? Especially when they hacked my 911 calls, and I not only got poisoned by a police officer, but him calling me on 6/6/2018 at 5:55 p.m. and also leaving me a message stating that he poisons everything I eat and then everything I drink, and then my mom rushes me to the hospital and they find 2 deadly poison toxins in my bloodstream. Don't you think that'll be appropriate? I would think so.
I apologize for
Well,
that.
if somebody stole my number for 3 years, I think I deserve what you guys said to call before last, is that you were going to credit my bill for a month. You didn't do it. You said you were going to do it. You said go to the store, what I did last time, and call you guys from there. I did it, and you guys never did it. And you guys are going to have the recording because you did a transfer to the FTC when it was closed on that government shutdown. So you guys have the proof. It's just you guys are hiding something, and you guys are not being fair, and you never have been fair with me till today. Very disappointed.